Tank Davis.
One of the best ones out there is what they don't know, gets less respect for it, but one of the best ones out there. Now his mouth a little different, you know what I'm saying? He's a different kind of character when it comes to the mouth.
Yeah.
Because that's where he's from. But he's really one of the pound the best ones of the crew. And I'm gonna tell you why he's the best one of the crew, to me. He can punch, but he also can box. You understand me? Some that can box can't punch. Some that can punch can't box. He can box, he can punch, he can move laterally, he can do it left side, right side, he can do whatever he needs to do as a southpaw to get the job done. And that's saying a lot, because not many guys can do that today.
As I'm, like I said, once again, I'm talking to you, the great Roy Jones, just correct me if I'm wrong. From his last 4 fights, I think he's gotten better at setting up punches, making people walk into him. He did it against Rolling.
There's a right hand connecting. Oh, big left. Down goes Romero on a beautiful left from Davis.
He did it against Ryan. Do you agree with that?
Of course I agree with that, because he shows discipline. Discipline enough to have, he got enough shock on his punch, but he knows how to set the punch up before he does it. He's patient enough to set it up before he does it. He looks at it a few times to make sure he got it. When you know he got it, boom, he get it. That's a real chess player in the boxing ring. That's the most deadly kind of guy in the world, besides a Mike Tyson type guy in boxing. A guy that can play chess in that boxing ring is a killer, and that's what Tate can do.
You get how much credit you give to Calvin and them?
You gotta get off. They raised him up his whole life.
Yeah,
you gotta give him that credit too.
Boy, sleep in front of the gym.
They raised him up. They raised him up his whole life. You gotta give him that credit, you know. But he's kind of like him and Terrence Crawford, to me, are two of the best right now because of their setup game.
Yeah.
And Devin has a setup game too. Just that Devin didn't feel a little bit on his punches. If he gets his punches back on point, he got a good setup game. If Ryan get a setup game and a right hand, Ryan will be dangerous.
Yeah.
Yep.
The dream fight out of them four, who is it?
Man, in all those fights are dream fights.
All 4 of them.
All 4 of them. See Tank against either one of them. See Devin against either one of them.
Yeah, Shakur.
See Shakur against either one of them, and to see Garcia against them. All those fights are major fights.
I think Shakur gets his respect if he fights Ryan Garcia.
He does. But like I said, I'd like to see him work on that, not getting off the job so much, because if you fight Ryan and you beat him in a board